Of course, anyone can buy whenever they want, but it would be a good idea to also have an idea of where you think the share price is headed, how high it could go, and also some like profit objectives or a targeted price in mind, so that you would know that you'd reached your target and could exit your position at the time. So how do we gauge where the share price might be able to go? Well, one of the other key features of the MASUDA ASI chart system is being able to see the daily, the weekly, and the monthly charts all on one screen, having all of the visual information available to you with a few clicks, so that you can identify trends, turning points, share price energy, and so on at a glance. So in the weekly chart context, you can see that from October last year, October 2008, this is after the Lehman shock, you can see that the share price has come up quite strongly over the last year and a half. But looking on a monthly context, back in 2006, the share price spiked up here to hit a high in February, and has since come back down at the end of 2008, which corresponds to this point, and is now trying to retrace back to its former highs. So let's take a look at the monthly chart a bit closer, and you do this by clicking that, and we'll bring up the monthly chart. You can see our time reference here is now in years, not days and weeks. This is 2006 to 2007, 2008, and we're currently halfway through 2010, based on the chart that we're looking at right now. So we could manually plot the high here and the low here, and then see where our current share price is in relation to those. The software can actually do this automatically as well. I'm not sure if that will be included in the English software currently under development, but for now we'll just do it manually. We'll draw a horizontal line across here to show the top, and a horizontal line here to show the bottom, coinciding with the blue lines there. So, and we have our current share prices around here. So that looks to be about 1/3 a recovery from its recent low at the end of 2008. So it looks like it could go another 2/3 back to this former high, which was almost an anomaly in itself. So if we, for example, took this as a realistic potential high, then you could say we've retraced about half of the gap here. So you may, for example, think we were down about 1,000 here, up to about 4,000 here. So we're now around the mid 2,000 range. So our near-term profit target might be, for example, for the stock to hit 3,000. This is just one idea of how to keep in mind a targeted high share price range based on the stock's historical performance and based on the current situation with the charts and the trends. Now let's go back to the daily chart after I cleared the yellow lines. And we want to go back to July the 26th where we left off. So how could we have known that SoftBank was going to be this strong over the past few weeks or so? One other thing that we can look at as we were studying in the previous few lessons was the 6-color pattern classification and the 6-color spectrum. If we go back to here where we were on July 6th, okay, and let's set our time slip. We'll go back by hitting F3. That makes July 6th our current reference point. What we can also do is bring up the Masuda ratio and the spectrum. So let's bring up both of those. Now in both cases we're referring against the Nikkei 225 for the spectrum and the Nikkei 225 for the Masuda ratio as well. Sometimes stocks move because of stock specific factors, but also they can be influenced by the overall market. So let's see what is happening in the market and see if this might have had any influence on SoftBank's subsequent strong performance. You can see at this point the Masuda ratio is at minus 79.8, which is close to minus 80. And as we said before, the minus 70 to minus 80 range is an oversold range. So we could reasonably expect that the market overall might experience a rebound from such oversold levels. If you look here, it's quite hard to see on a small scale, but on the right hand side, the last 8 trading days here have been flipped 90 degrees to the right and magnified. You can see that on this particular day, the number of uptrending stocks, the white, yellow and green, actually look to turn up. So that is another positive factor. Now we'll move forward in the future and see how the market performed in relation to SoftBank's stock itself. We'll go back to that July 26th point. You can see from where we were on July 6th here, the number of uptrending stocks increased. So there was some improvement in the overall market index. Unfortunately, it comprises a lot of white F-pattern stocks, which are uptrending stocks, but they're the weakest form of uptrending stocks. So it's not really a sustainable rise. However, the rising tide did seem to also help a lot of other stocks, including SoftBank in this case. So if at this point in time we could have predicted or could have gained a hint into the fact that the market was likely to turn up, then it would have been also further confirmation of a good buying opportunity. Once again, let's just retrace that path back to July 26 to see what happened. Okay. You can see this pullback on a dip also coincides with the pullback in the market, but it again turned up. So this does provide some hint of the overall market likely to experience a rebound of sorts. The Masuda ratio in all of these cases is very close to the minus 80 level. As we said before though, just because it turns up from the minus 80 doesn't mean that it's going to go up forever, as in this case it could just be a temporary spike which could come down again. So still room for caution, but using all the other factors that we've been studying in the Masuda ASI chart system, we should be able to reasonably identify potential turning points in the trend. We can see uptrends and downtrends, sideways like corrections as well. You can see what the overall market sentiment is by looking at the distribution of the 6 colors within the 6 color spectrum. Each of those colors or letter patterns is based on the combination of the short-term, medium-term and long-term Masuda ASI waves, as we've discussed in past lessons as well. So taking everything together, the Masuda ASI chart system is very comprehensive. There's lots of information, lots of learning to be done in the initial phases, but hopefully not that challenging intellectually. It's quite easy to understand once you get the hang of it. It's designed to try and help the investor be able to gauge trends or pick trends at a glance, and hopefully provide supporting evidence to help your investment decision making. What's more, it employs the power of visualization in the sense that there's lots of color, lots of diagrams, and even people with very little investment or charting experience should be able to learn the basics within a short period of time. And what's more, it's designed to make the chart reading and interpretation and the investment experience fun and enjoyable. So thank you very much for staying with me through all of the 20 lessons. Again, as I mentioned before, please go back and re-look at all of the lessons at your leisure, particularly the ones that you found a bit challenging in the first place. go back to the website, go through the text in order if you like, or you can use the search box to search for particular keywords. Look at the flash demonstrations, which kind of like an animated mini movie, and keep visiting the site. Register as a visitor and keep up with these videos. We'll also be placing information on the site about when the downloadable trial version of an English version of the MASUDA ASI software will become available. Please check out the FAQ, the frequently asked questions section. If you can't find an answer to your question, please, from that link, find the Ask a Question page. You can also look up the sitemap, which will have a diagram of everything that is on the site in listing format. And you can also check out the site tour video from the tour link on the page. If there's any other thing that you need to contact us about, please use the Contact Us link at the bottom of each page. And thank you very much, and we look forward to teaching you more about the MASUDA ASI chart system, and eventually, hopefully, helping you to use this software to aid your own personal investment and trading experience. Goodbye for now.